Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video replay of the match between Team BDS and Gentlemates Alpine during the Rocket League World Championship 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Let's find out.
Game one brought to you by Progressive. We're about to get into this one, the last match here before the crowd arrives tomorrow.
And we cannot wait to see you. Let's get to it. One of these teams is about to be qualified for top 8. One of these teams will have to play again tomorrow with their tournament lives on the line.
A spot in the playoff sounds much better. I think for Team BDS, there'll be a lot of pressure on Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon, he's had ups and downs lately. Even these past 2 seasons, really. Monkey Moon really looking to regain his spot up at the top as an unquestioned great in terms of ability down on the field. There's no doubting his results. The result here against Gentlemate Alpine would be a big one. Now, early pressure from Seiko, that one's easily turned aside.
Yeah, Monkey Moon, grand finalist at last season's World Championship, grand finalist over in Boston. He doesn't like either of those. He wants winner. Will not settle for anything else. Gonna go for the backboard. Seiko with a little bit of a reminder of what Monkey Moon left behind.
Yeah, it's the rival in the making. Seiko, former teammate now, staring down against him in this round. The playoff berth on the line, huge play from Seiko. Seiko, yeah, I mean, he really came, oh, that's an early answer as well, and look who it is.
Well, Seiko had to try and remind him. Monkey Moon has just told him, I didn't forget. Top corner, that is the most Monkey Moon of shots you will ever get.
Results. Monkey Moon getting them shortly after that goal by Seiko. You wonder if that's the kind of series it's going to be. Shootout between Seiko and Monkey Moon.
Oh, I would take that.
I would too. But the reality is all these players have that ability to take a series into their own hands. Rolly trying to do so. That's good. Corner defense by Itachi.
Monkey Moon with the challenge, out to Juicy. Plays it around Monkey Moon, looks to try and now take this down the line. He's got a bump available. Exotic's having to try and chase away. And now Exotic's turn. Trying to open up the angle, fake pass, Juicy! And Seiko realized he had to go.
I mean, that's a chair leaner. You know, Seiko's leaning as far back as he can to try to deny it. Now we see the double tap from Exotic.
And he should have hit it.
Its target.
He absolutely should have hit it. At this level, up goes Exotic! Well, he's not gonna miss that one.
Rarely do you get another opportunity so shortly after missing his shot. You can see Juicy didn't make contact. Seiko low boost, Juicy nothing really. Ball leaks out to Exotic, and he will not miss that opportunity.
Well, that was very BDS. Your opponents have been stuck in their own final third for half a minute, and they've got about 16 boost all between them. Can they do it yet again? That drops nicely, but Exotic can't get there in time. And Itachi, what a great catch. Seiko now looking for Drali, but Drali, well positioned, didn't settle back, just went towards the danger.
And sniffed out that situation right away. Knew that that was going to be a bump play that was going to come up if he didn't immediately challenge. So quick to recognize that. Well done by Drali.
Those of you at home, always keep an eye. It's very easy just to keep an eye on the ball all the time. Those demo plays are becoming more and more prevalent. Today especially, everyone just seems to have woken up with violence in their hearts.
And it seems like you summoned the demos. Fake from Exotic. Drali's bounce shot is saved off the post. Monkey Moon, heavy first touch.
BDS
it across the line.
Look incredible at the moment. They've only got the 1-goal lead. That is the downside to this at the moment.
And we saw how that played out with Vitality. They ended up having to win in overtime in game 1. But you leave that 1-goal deficit, you leave the door open for a team, and Gentlemates is a team that we know can clutch up.
Here's Juicy. Reset gained. Exotic wings backboard. And he was well positioned to deal with that one. Now he's going to have his own attempt at this. Going to try and go the whole way. Oh, look for the block shot. And those can catch you out. Seiko did very well to spot that one. Juicy almost blocked that foot. So Exotic off the bump. Drali got contact.
Surgical from Team BDS. Drali and Monkey Moon are both out of boost. Exotic is third man, but he does not hesitate to move up and take that shot. Someone else who's a little nervier might look at that situation and be like, my teammates are up with no boost. If I go and I miss, then it is going to our net on the other end. But
it's the sort of play you go for, you have to know you're scoring. Anything else, you are done.
Exotic made it happen. Monkey Moon opened up the score sheet, but Exotic put in these last two. Fantastic start for Exotic in this series.
Monkey Moon out to challenge Seiko. Juicy looks for the infield, and now it's a race, and it's a race that attaches one pretty handily. Now we drop it down. Itachi can't get in front of Exotic. There's still low boost here, but it might not matter. Drali now back in. Sidewall, double tap. Who's up next? It's Monkey Moon. Shut down at the source of the shot. But with 45 seconds, BDS well in control.
I mean, they're just taking 50 after 50 in this corner, and eventually Monkey Moon wins it and pushes it across the net. And see Itachi trying to preserve as much boost as possible. Juicy will pop it up to Seiko, but Seiko tries to take too much time. Juicy will pound it upfield, but Team BDS has been in control of this ball for a majority of this game.
Itachi wants to try and get it past all the players he can, but BDS will happily fake challenge everything. Drali now up against Seiko, who wins that race, but they need to score at least a second on the clock. And right now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Team BDS looking to beat the team that has had their number all season. Well, you could definitely have a worse start than that. The moment it drops, it can all go away. And that's not the scary thing, is we've seen them start series like this and not end it that way. It'll be up to them to either, one, just keep that going and not worry about it, or two, if anything does go wrong, just put it behind them.
Yeah, that winning mindset can be ethereal. It's just so hard to grasp. And once you have it, so hard to keep. But that is what makes world champions. And Team BDS, they won the Esports World Cup right now. They're beating Gentlemates, but oh man, Seiko, he shut me up.
I mean, that is just so well struck under pressure from Drali as well. Seiko's certainly not lacking for goal-scoring opportunities. They've just got to keep this going now. Gentlemates, one of the most difficult teams to try and wrestle a lead away from.
And now we're in the exact same situation we were in game one. We see the early goal from Seiko, and now the answer from Monkey Moon.
Well, Deja Vu hitting hard over at the Forbidden Temple. Monkey Moon, what on earth is that? Just go straight for it. And again, BDS are playing in front of the ball. Easy to do when you're playing defense, trying to launch a pass over. Harder to justify when you're in the midfield and say, go towards their back third, look for bumps, look for demos, look for a redirect.
And I think that's what next level scorers do. They just have that sixth sense of where to be, and the ball seems to find them. And that's the case for Monkey Moon, also sweeping the back line. Looked for a moment like Gentlemates were gonna get that go-ahead goal, but nice play on defense from Monkey Moon, keeps it level.
Play back to corner. Monkey Moon still low boost, doesn't really care. Drali up. Good catch, but he's gonna need some help. And it has arrived in the form of Exotic, and Exotic there is also very low boost, so somewhat of a recurring story here for Team BDS. Launch pass. Some teams are, oh my goodness, reset, and oh, Juicy couldn't get it! Needed the help, it's an own goal!
It's an own goal, but what are you supposed to do? Exotic off the ceiling into a reset. We see that more and more. And then Itachi tried to get a light touch out, but couldn't find that angle. It's pure panic at that point when the ball is sitting on the goal line, because you have no idea. Most of the time, you're on ball cam. You have no idea where the rest of the attackers are coming from. So you immediately say, I have to hit this ball off the goal line as soon as possible. Sometimes it can result in a mistake like that.
Team BDS bouncing back from a losing scoreline so quickly, twice in a row. And that is also very unlike Gentlemates. usually so good at just forcing your opponents to try and take that little risk extra. And Team BDS happy to take that risk, and they've been scoring from it each time. Charlie now off the wall, 57 boost to his name. Happy to use it, and gonna just test Itachi on his positioning. Sealing, oh, Exotic couldn't quite get it, and now that's left the goal open. That was unnecessary.
And that is a gift. Team BDS giving one over. Exotic straight off the ceiling. Maybe he was calming a pass, and that can be a good pass, but the problem was Drolly was nowhere near the play. You either have to take that as a solo play as Exotic, or get that ball hit over to where Drolly actually is. So a misstep from Team BDS. That lets Gentlemates Alpine back in it.
Exotic now off the ceiling, looking to try and make amends. Shot from Drali, not quite at the pace that we're used to seeing. Monkey move from the ceiling, leaves it. It's looking awkward. Exotic backboard redemption!
What a game and series Exotic is having. After that slight misstep, takes advantage of this one. You see a team bump from Juicy on Itachi as well, but Exotic, he was locked in from the very beginning. Perfect setup. And so now we see another wonderful goal from Exotic. He had the flip reset that caused panic on the goal line, and now that double tap.
And maybe for the first time, I'm seeing Gentlemates in defense. They're getting each other's way. It's clogged up on the rotation. They've got to figure that out.
The composure doesn't seem to be there for Gentlemates on defense, which is what you expect from them. Usually they're so good, they keep the games low scoring. The positioning is there. They don't overcommit or double commit too much, but in this game, they've been running into each other. We saw double commits as well on kickoffs, which caused goals to be scored on them. So this is just a struggle for Gentlemates defensively.
There's one that they are running out of time to figure out. Seiko off the backboard. Oh, what a good bump on Monkey Moon. He's got no chance.
The shining light for Gentlemates. Itachi, what a dish that was as well. Hits Seiko on the numbers, which allows him to go to the backboard. Surgical on the finish as well.
Monkey Moon, again, trying to respond. It's been him and Seiko that seem to be getting all of the goals. Drali, ceiling, couldn't quite find it again, so up goes Juicy. Try to get over the top of Exotic, but Exotic's having absolutely none of it. Again, Juicy on the half rotation. He's doing great at just causing some panic.
Yeah, you saw him get that bump on Monkey Moon, which prevented Monkey Moon from starting that counterattack. Monkey Moon trying to repay the favor, did snag the corner boost. Exotic trying to do some heavy lifting, has been the main star for Team BDS on offense this series thus far. Exotic again trying to work this out to the middle.
Off the wall. 19 boost, what can you do? Infield pass. Very well scouted by Juicy, who is coming into his own here in the second half of this game.
Exotic trying to take that space, but Seiko shut it down nicely. This is a rebound out shot opportunity. Itachi goes for a double tap. Tried to get back to it, maybe to pass it out to Juicy. Didn't make the most of that ball. Now BDS try to march it down.
Exotic chooses not to go, instead pre-jumps the attempted clear from Juicy. Monkey Moon dives on it, has to win the challenge, does well enough. Seiko can play it from there. Well, certainly can't if he's going to be challenged that early. There has been a recurring theme here from BDS. They don't want to give Gentlemates any time to play. Good fake out, but they didn't know what to do with it next. So we just have to see the ball down to the ground.
Uh-oh.
Although there's one more chance. Long clear. Will they keep this alive?
Nope.
No, they won't. We have overtime.
Happy to take it to overtime. Team BDS, Gentlemates, this has been a close one. Exotic has been the standout player, but Drolly looks to make a pass over to Monkey Moon. That shot off target.
That one has been automatic up until now, but what a shot! Hat-trick hero, Exotic!
Exotic taking matters into his own hands. And you know what they say, if you want a job done right, you gotta do it yourself. And that is what Exotic did in this game.
They're looking forward to that top 8.
It seems like maybe Team BDS will reach their final form at the right time, and we've seen them do that before. Even, you know, a bit of a surprise even making it to the finals last year. And then if you remember, hold on, the first year where they won it in this arena, Team BDS lost in the spring split, going out dead last.
They did not lose. It was nothing short of a disaster.
And they brought it back at the right time. So it just seems like a trademark of Monkey Moon teams being able to catch that hot streak at the right time.
He's going to drop down quite nicely for Exotic, who might almost be hoping that 3 goals from himself is not all that's necessary to take the win, but I'm sure he'll provide if required. Oh, Itachi, he's not needed on the bump, and Exotic's in so much trouble. Just slivered his way away from bumps and demos and everything else in between, and he got the ball.
See Drolly, fearless on that low boost challenge. Monkey Moon picking up a full tank. Lots of options. Decides to go for the air dribble 50. Seiko, heavy first touch, but makes it work. And you can see Drolly went all the way to the corner to get that boost and made the right play. Huge clear out from him. He might even be able to get a shot on target, does so. But it is denied, however. Puts Team BDS on the attack.
That being said, however, I think it was Itachi that just dove in on that challenge in the corner. He can't afford to do that. If you're going forward as first man, some sort of impact on the play has to be had. You can't just remove yourself, especially over there where it takes so long to rotate back.
You got to at least get a piece of the ball.
Piece of the ball, piece of the player. I think a lot of people do the latter these days.
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes that is more effective, especially if you can calm that out. Let your teammate with boost make the play, and now we see a play opportunity developing, and Juicy will punch this one in for the first goal of Game 3.
A lot of this, well, all of this came from Itachi's second touch. He just managed to trap the ball against the backboard. Seiko, knowing that Juicy's behind him, we don't have to finish the job here. We just have to convince BDS that we're about to try to. And then it was as simple as putting it on net. Bad news, though. We've been in this position twice before.
See, no way, no way. Oh, Monkey Moon to the backboard. He's thinking we might see another immediate goal. Still might be the top shelf shot, and
no way,
the bar and out. Drolly couldn't connect.
How on earth? Oh, they've actually got it outside the field. Exotic. How did he know anything about it? Well, both teams playing with fire. Infield pass, Exotic. What a pre-jump that is. Trying to find the reset, but the touch was a little bit too heavy. These teams trying to up the pace. A lot more long balls here rather than just trying to go for the outplay. Now Seiko looks to try and change it. Goes low, gets the challenge. Infield to Itachi. Still too many blue cards in the way.
You can see Monkey Moon, though, had to make that challenge on low boost. Gentlemates winning the boost battle right now. And you can see the awkward positioning in net by Monkey Moon. It was a light shot, but enough to beat him.
That's the same thing again from the corner. And they've got to make contact on the challenge. Gentlemates 2, BDS 0. 2 minutes 18 on the clock. BDS have bounced back, but not from this deficit.
It does seem a little different this time, Shogun. Games 1 and 2, when Gentlemates Alpine got out to an early start. We saw those responses right away from Team BDS, but so far, Gentlemates have had this game in a vice grip.
Drolly for Exotic, and I'm sure in Exotic they wish had more boost, but still did well with it. Monkey Moon back up. Gentlemates have had a much better grip on the boost throughout this. Oh, there's another backboard whiff.
That would have been a tough one to read, and when it hits the arc of the ceiling like that, so difficult. Neither the defender or the attacker there making the right read. But still, all the pressure in favor of Gentlemates.
To the corner, Juicy, very low boost, doesn't matter. Just get rid of it, see if you can chase. Oh, Andrade, he's unchallenged. Couldn't get it in top corner. Follow-up shot. Itachi stops. Juicy will be there. He had help, but they've sent too many players. Got away with it again. BDS don't want to drop this position. They've somewhat been forced to. Exotic, no reset. Leaves it for Drolly. Again, Itachi keeps it out.
Gentlemates are posted up on the goal line, stopping shot after shot. Can't tell that's a Fennec or a brick wall out there. A little pull shot back to Drolly. But TBDS have to be disheartened.
Oh, huge clear there from Juicy, needed it. 45 seconds on the clock. Did BDS just see their best opportunity whistle away?
Certainly seems like it. Time in game 3 ticking away. Everything that Team BDS has brought has been blocked by Gentlemates.
That's going to be... Oh, Juicy can follow this off the backboard. Just prioritize getting that recovery. 20 seconds left now. Itachi to try and put this one away. Ends up hitting this crossbar. Drali now. Has he got anything else? No, Juicy there just in time. Monkey Moon infield to Exotic.
On target.
That one's wide, and that one will call it.
And that play really representing the entire game for Team BDS, just off target. Couldn't make the play. It was a nice pass. Exotic was so good for Gentlemates as they try to march ahead on the daunting journey of a reverse sweep.
Well, one big step out of the way. Win this, and we add another chapter to Champions Field legacy. Nice little lost kickoff there from BDS, looking to try and start off strong. Across the face of goal, and nobody quite able to get enough boost to get there in time. Now here comes Juicy. Gentlemates have taken the first goal in every single game up to this point. Might be about to change. Juicy has got to get a good hit because he had blue cars loitering.
Itachi getting a good stop. Also, Seiko moves in to assist. Monkey Moon trying to slow things down. Air dribble, flip reset, over one. There's the shot from Drali going for a double. Actually goes for the pass off the backboard. It leaks through. You can see everyone getting a little bit mixed up in the rotation.
Crucial demo. Gentlemates happy with the situation and the way that played out. Good bump as well. Exotic struggling to get control of his car yet again. Monkey Moon's the last one back. Has to try and place for some time. Has he got enough of it? Yes, he has. Seiko would have been in position nonetheless. Monkey Moon does have options to his left. Takes the challenge instead. Bounce awkwardly, and who wants to go for it? Exotic was expecting a challenge, I think, from Seiko, and well, Seiko was happy just to see the weaker touch.
Wow, Monkey Moon collecting that ball with no boost is insane. You have to be perfect to catch that ball on the back wall.
He's still on nothing.
You can see so many boost issues for Team BDS, but finally working their way out. Drali holds his flip, and now Monkey Moon with the cleanup. But Drali did so much work on this play.
Look at Exotic, he removes Juicy, who is supposed to be the challenge. BDS hold the game in pause, decide what the play is gonna be, press play, score the goal, 1-0.
And that is how you utilize everyone on a play. One, clear the path, one, generate the scoring opportunity, one, to clean it up.
And that's typically what is needed nowadays. The days of 1v3 are, well, usually long gone, and if you do manage it, well, we typically see you on the top plays the next day.
Yeah, like LJ.
Like LJ. There's a reason why those sort of goals are held in such high regard. Oh, that might have caught Drali out. It has!
It did! Wow, Drali, and this is, the boost struggles have been so prevalent, and you see that side flip there, Drali thinking that he had time to go over for boost, and must have been thinking that someone was going to get a 50 there as well.
Now, something somewhere went horribly wrong. Gonna go for the side kickoff. Hoping maybe that was going to pinch elsewhere, but BDS will still, again, be happy the way this played out. BDS seem to have a little bit more in the tank when it comes to thinking of kickoff plays that they want to go for. Hasn't resulted in anything else other than possession. Oh, what a pitch! And Itachi, he couldn't do enough, but you can't blame him. That was a rocket!
And this is the risk you take, trying to dribble it along the sidewall here. You're setting yourself up for that pinch. It was tough to see. That one looked like it was going to be going post in. Forcing the defense to try to make a play on it, but those pinches, those can be brutal, and that one was.
I always just feel so bad as well, because you've seen those for years. You've always had those ones going against you. It never works any other way.
It feels like
and it still
anyway.
catches you out.
That's the danger sometimes of not flipping into a challenge. You risk that.
Drali, no boost, so he's going to call in the teammate. BDS, I love this sweep across the face of goal they do each time. Just from boost to boost. And if you're in the way of that, then your car is not going to be for all that much longer. Pinch will certainly help out Gentlemates here. What also would help them is a goal scoring chance after the fact. Monkey Moon, not all that much of a fan of that idea.
Good backboard defense from Seiko. And support from Juicy. But you wonder when that panic will start to set in for Gentlemates. They need to win this game. If they don't, Team BDS will be the team that's guaranteeing their spot in the playoffs. They'll still have more work to do in the tiebreaker round, but they'll at least have some sense of comfort.
Monkey Moon very early, actually went for the fake challenge. That's over the top of one. Exotic not too far away from finding the Psycho, but now they're in all so much trouble. Wow. Monkey Moon repays the favor for the frustration felt in the last game.
The defense we're seeing out of Monkey Moon is jaw-dropping. He made that stop on his own back wall low boost. That time it was a 50, the 50-50 on the goal line on a very difficult ball to read. World-class defense.
You want to talk about legendary players. World Championship Monkey Moon might very well be one of them. Oh my goodness, that is so much power. Monkey Moon still somehow got to it.
It was a little shaky there. That's one where you jump earlier and you're like, oh, I maybe should have taken more time on this one.
Oh, there's Trolley, and it's in.
Wow. Juicy tried to clear this out. You can see Seiko jump, but Exotic was so fast to cut that play out. Exotic read Gentlemates like a book. He was there 3 days earlier than that attacking player.
But Juicy just couldn't quite pick up the ball. Slowed everything up, allowed BDS to get everyone back in defense. 42 seconds on the clock. This will certainly help out if they can find some positioning, but Drali's catch just ruined all of Gentlemate's plans.
This is where Gentlemates need to find some magic. But that play again, Monkey Moon has their number.
World Championship Monkey Moon is about to evolve into World Championship Playoffs Monkey Moon. First place, second place in his last 2 World Championships. How he would like to add another one to his titles, to his accolades. It doesn't look like today Gentlemates will be able to deny him.
And it seems like this is going to capture even more hearts and minds of people out there who maybe were doubting Team BDS to take down major champions like this and to finally get that win over Gentlemates on land. Team BDS